And we're live. Hello, film buffs and cinephiles. It's Tobias here, coming at you with another live stream. And today, I stole that intro from another YouTube channel. But anyway, today we're back. We haven't live streamed in like a month or something. Last time we talked about the Swedish film industry and all the pros and cons of it. And today we're talking about. We're talking about the new Oscar category. The what is the official name? It's the outstanding popular film. I guess it should be outstanding popular motion picture to fit or feature. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is very interesting that they're just adding a category for popular film. So I thought we were going to have a little bit of a discussion about it to see what our opinions are, if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing or if it's a little bit of both. And with me, we have, as almost always, Christopher.
Hello.
We have Danny is here. Talk.
Hiya.
Yeah, and we have a Gabbe. It's been a while. Gabbe's back.
Hi.
And
Yeah,
it's been a while. And we have Ren from All Walks of Film.
Hey.
Welcome back. It's been a long while since you were here.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's that Swedish time. I can't always make it.
No, yeah, exactly. So yeah, just quickly, they announced this new category. What was it, like last week? I think so, right?
Yeah, I think it was on a Thursday, which would probably be. Are you a day ahead of us? Is that what it is, or a day behind?
We're 7 hours ahead of you.
Yeah, so it would be on a Friday that for you guys. But it was released on like Thursday, Pacific Standard Time at like, I want to say like 11 in the morning or something. Thursday.
And it just like immediately, I read about it like a day later or something, and it's just baffling that they would add, for me at least, and I know a lot of other news outlets were very confused by it as well, because it's a strange category, I would say, at least in my eyes. I don't know. What are your opinion about? What are your thoughts? Just initial thoughts on it. Start with Christopher.
Well, I'm not really sure what they're going for. Is it sales or what is it? What is they go on? Do you know?
I think it's box office.
It's box office.
They have to pass, like I heard somewhere, they have to pass $150 million. I don't know if it's a certain period of time period or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but if it is the one that made the most money in the box office, I think it's a bad idea. But if it's like you get over a specific limit in the box office, and then they have they take all the movies that came over that limit and then actually looked at them and see which one was best, then maybe I can get behind it. It's still kind of a weird category, but I need more exact how they will decide.
Yeah, I agree. It's very ill-defined so far. I mean, what do you think about it, Gabbe?
I mean, it sounds I thought it was a joke to start with.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the good thing about the Oscars, because it gives you the opportunity to watch good films and films you won't usually go to the cinema to see. And this category is like, I get they try to target a younger demographic, but it sounds too MTV Movie Awards for me.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Because I think that if there is suppose on box office sales, will it be national or international?
I think this is, sorry for interrupting you. I think this is like a push from ABC. I read somewhere, I think in the Hollywood Reporter or Hollywood Report, that it's like a push from ABC who shows the Oscars, that they want to bring in. Yeah, they want to bring in a larger crowd. So they want to have some more popular films in the awards, in the Academy Awards.
Wait a minute. Who owns ABC? Is that Disney?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm
ABC is Disney property.
okay, that makes sense.
Disney also owns Fox.
Let
Yeah,
the conspiracy game begin.
Well, yeah. Well, that's right, Danny. Because I heard someone. I even used that. This is not like the popular movie award. It's the Disney award, basically.
Yeah.
It's either going to be Star Wars. Well, maybe not Star Wars anymore, but it's going to be Marvel, or it's going to be like a Disney Pixar movie.
Yeah.
It's going to win it every year if it's by popularity.
Yeah.
To me,
Disney's
honestly,
kind of.
Oh, go ahead, Ren.
To me, honestly, I think the reason why they chose to implement this category was that so that Black Panther could actually win something this year.
Yeah, exactly. And then it does that feels legitimately conspiratorial.
Yeah.
I mean, Danny, like you said, it's let's start the conspiracy theory. What is your theory on it?
I truly believe that Disney really wants to win anything else than animated category. I think they're tired of it. And now that they technically own the right to show the Academy Awards, they try to make a few changes. They really want that Oscar. Oscar Gold usually helps movies to gain more cash. If a movie gets Oscar nominated, usually pushes the numbers up.
Yeah, but I mean, Disney is just killing it in the box office already.
Oh, yeah, I know. They don't need the money. They want the prize.
Yeah, now that might be it. Yeah,
they want
Ren,
the true
you
respect.
Star Wars. Yeah, Ren, you mentioned Star Wars there. That's right. They did take a kind of a big loss on Solo. Could that be part of it? It feels like they're working really fast then, but what do you think, Ren? Oh, did he freeze? Ren?
Yeah, it seems like
I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My computer died.
Okay, well, hopefully he'll come back. But yeah, then he mentioned that right before he disappeared. Yeah, they took a big loss on Star Wars, so now maybe they want to recoup that. Oh, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, there's two of you now. I'm gonna try to remove the other one of you. Let's see here if I throw out both of you now.
No, I'm on my phone now. I was having issues with my power cord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you are. Okay. Well, yeah. Then we could listen to you then, because you mentioned Star Wars and you mentioned the loss they made on Solo. That could be.
Yeah. I was just saying that. You were talking about how Disney's making money, and I was like, well, they didn't with Star Wars because, the Solo movie, and also all the Star Wars movies after The Force Awakens have been struggling in the box office. Like they've been getting lower and lower numbers for each subsequent film.
Yeah, I've been keeping check on the box office for Star Wars. It has been slowly dropping, but I mean, except for Solo, I wouldn't call any of them like box office failures though. I mean, each one brought in over $1 billion worldwide. But Solo just tanked completely.
Well, and even Star Wars fans weren't really wanting a Solo origin story. I think we're done with origin stories. We got the prequel trilogy, which I think most of us at least can agree that was terrible. And why would you try to bank off of that?
Yeah. As much nostalgia as there's a lot of nostalgia involved, at least for me, because I grew up with the prequels. But yeah, I like objectively they're terrible movies. So I agree. But so yeah, then this just changes everything. This whole Disney thing, because I did not make that connection between ABC and Disney. So they're basically just trying to give themselves awards.
I'm really skeptical actually to that. I don't buy into this Disney conspiracy.
I don't know, dude.
I only think I don't think they care about the awards because, as stated, they make not enough money. They're one of the biggest companies on earth. I don't think they care about a golden statue. I do think, on the other hand, they care about viewers. They want more people to view it because, from what I've gathered, the Oscars have been losing viewership the last
every
few
year.
years. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it's more about that they need viewers. I don't think they need awards. Like, if they own the award show, I don't think it really matters if they get the awards.
I guess.
I think it's more about getting in people, because people have been like complaining about the Oscars since Dark Knight. That Dark Knight didn't win anything, and yeah, they decided to a way to get those movies and those people to watch.
Yeah, the thing that then that I start thinking about after that is like, it's hard to explain it, like, because the Oscars aren't supposed to be a popularity contest. I mean, they technically are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's basically whoever pays the most money wins. All right, I mean, technically, but it shouldn't be about what movie. It's the most popular. It should be it's quality. It's which movie is the best. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Danny?
Yeah, I think I would agree a bit with you, but I think the Oscars have lately been trying to. They want the younger viewers. They are struggling with it since 2010. That's why they had like semi-popular young actors and actresses to present the awards, because they need that young audience. They don't have that target audience. They have the older people that watch it.
Are you talking about that abysmal year where Anne Hathaway and James Franco hosted the Oscars?
Oh yeah, that was truly getting the younger viewers. That is actually, it was not a good Oscar year.
I would say
James
that
Franco looked like he was high the whole time, and Anne Hathaway had to like take care of the whole show, and she was just terrible.
Well, he probably was. And yeah, but that was the year they had like 10 best picture nominees, right? They had Avatar and Inception and
District 9.
District 9, yeah, and Inglourious Bastards. So that was then they had a lot of like popular movies that had made a lot of money, you know.
but they were good.
Yeah, exactly. But they were also good, and I mean, mostly. I mean, say what you will about Avatar, you know, I enjoyed it the first time, I suppose. But I think that is like the that's the separation that has to be made. It can't just be popular. It can be a popular movie, but it also has to be good. You can't just win because it's popular.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying with if they have an additional judgment after a box office limit, then it could be good. If they actually judge the movies based on the movies after they made the popular category, so to speak.
From my understanding, that's what they're going to do. They're going to base the award show on how much money the movie made, but still have it like the Best Picture nom. So, you know, it has to make a certain amount of money, but it also has to be a certain quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
You know, it's mostly for, you know, fans outcrying that like The Dark Knight and stuff like that didn't get nominated. I think it's going to be primarily relegated to genre films, which to me, it's almost like, whoa, why don't you just call it that? You know, kind of like what the Golden Globes does with like comedy and musical, but like broaden it out a little bit more for like best achievement in genre film instead of like popular film, because then that actually still relegates it to like sci-fi films, which sci-fi films outside of The Shape of Water really have never stood a chance, you know, at the Oscars. You know, that was the one exception. And I still find that film surprising that it won. I know you didn't like it, but it's really surprising that that film won because it's a movie where a woman fucks a fish man.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the biggest problem, though. But yeah.
I mean, if an actor does a good job, they can still get nominated, even though it's a genre movie. I mean, Johnny Depp and Robert Downey Jr. got nominated for comedic roles, basically.
Yeah,
but that's for roles. Like roles, it's a little bit easier now. Like actually getting nominated for film,
that's true.
That's a lot harder, and then actually winning. Genre films really have a hard time. Horror. The last time a horror film won, I think, was Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah.
First and only time, to my recollection, too.
Oh, for Best Picture, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. The Exorcist won like Best Adapted Screenplay, or this was nominated.
Yeah,
and Get Out won last year for original screen. Yeah, even though it's the Stepford Wives with black people.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been better if it was nominated for Best Adapted.
Yeah,
almost.
Was the Big Sick nominated?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I really like that one.
I liked it. I didn't really get what was so special about it. It was a pretty good rom-com, but that's a tangent.
Yeah, I mean the whole story behind it actually is true. I mean that's.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, then again, it should have been Best Adapted from reality.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there have been like movies in the past that have kind of been snubbed in what feels like because they are genre movies or because they are popular, like The Dark Knight. I'm a big fan of that, and I would have loved to see that at least nominated for something. And I feel like if they bring in like this popularity award, they're just gonna even like good popular movies are just gonna be relegated to that category. So like if this was implemented a few years ago, Mad Max Fury Road wouldn't have gotten a Best Picture nomination. It would have been a popular movie nomination.
Well, I don't know if it necessarily means that they can't be nominated for both.
Oh, that's true, though. Yeah, I read that they can still be nominated for both. But, I mean, just look at the animated feature category.
Toy Story 3 and Up got nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, but that's also
the year that they won Best Animated Feature.
Yeah, but, I mean, ever since the Best Animated Feature category was implemented, it's like... It's only those two that have been nominated for both, I think. Is there anyone? That's the only one, right? Yeah. So it feels like
there's only been 3 animated movies nominated for Best Picture: Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story 3, and Up.
Yeah. So it feels like this could kind of become the same thing. Because you were saying
movies have been nominated for Best Picture as well. I think that the Immigrants.
Foreign movies?
Foreign movies have been nominated for Best Picture. So Il Postino was said by Costa Gavras. I think Immigrants.
Wait.
Yeah. Are you talking about
the Michael Haneke
Amour
film?
by
Amour, yeah.
And of course, The Immigrants by what's the name of the Swedish director? The third best director in Sweden. Not Bergman, not Widerberg. Jon Troell. The one that's about Carl Oscar and Christina going to America.
Oh, I didn't know that was
the gold sand and shit. Yeah, that movie was nominated for Best Picture 1973, I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, and that's kind of the same thing there. That it becomes relegated to a specific category. So it just feels like a little bit. It feels a little bit like a pity award, even if it's not. It feels like that.
Participation award.
Yeah, sort of.
Everyone gets a medal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh,
you get an Oscar, you get an Oscar, you get an Oscar.
You get this award because you made a good movie, and you get this award because you made a lot of money. Great.
I think we do need to talk about the other important aspect of people winning Oscars, which means that it usually means that studios will greenlight your films at much greater ease. You usually get more grants to make a film, and the actors working on the film usually are elevated whenever a film wins an Oscar.
Sure.
Or even when they get nominated, you know, it does raise an actor's profile.
Yeah. But it can go to shit as well. I always say Michael Cimino, one for Deer Hunter, made Heaven's Gate, and United Artists went bankrupt.
From my understanding,
then, course,
a lot of that comes from the fact
you can talk about the Oscar curse as well. That if you win an Oscar for Best Actress, usually your marriage goes to shit.
And you win a Razzie at the same time. And you win a Razzie. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I don't know. Sandra Bullock seems to be doing pretty good still.
Yeah. I saw. Speaking of that, who have you seen Ocean's 8?
I haven't done it yet.
I saw it.
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. It was a good heist movie.
I liked it.
Yeah,
but I don't like the Danny Ocean movies. I mean, the Ocean 11 movies.
Yeah.
That much.
Well, then you're not gonna like Ocean's 8. So
no, I mean, I didn't see it because it was women, and I don't find that as an issue. I'm just saying that I like the original movie. I sound a bit like a hipster. I like the final part in the original movie more. It's funnier.
It's okay. If you want to say you hate women, that's fine. We don't judge. We don't judge.
Are we going back to Ghostbusters again?
No.
No. Touching that.
I would say Ocean's 8 is the closest one to Ocean's 11 of all the sequels, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed it a lot more than 12 and 13.
Yeah.
But
on that
movie. Just quickly, I just thought about because Gabba, you mentioned Golden Raspberries. If they're implementing like the most popular, this is just for fun, but if they're implementing most popular award, should they do a least popular award?
Yes.
Or best worst movie.
I think they should do a least popular.
How?
Oh, that would be the Kevin Spacey movie then. That's right. Are you ready? $126.
That was
How can a movie bring in $126? It opened up in I think 30 cinemas. $126. That's like the price for 12 good DVDs.
Well, I gotta say,
I heard it was about a gangster that abused young boys, like actually in the film. Yeah.
No.
Oops.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I heard that's like the plot of the movie. He's like a gangster that on the side abuses young boys, and it's like how oddly prophetic.
But I gotta say though, I'm not standing up for the movie, but I actually don't think they hold the record for least box office.
Wasn't
Emma
it
Watson,
that Robert Pattinson? Oh.
No, I think Emma Watson was in some movie like a couple years ago that only like brought in. No, I remember it was The Colony in 2015, but it was only in Britain where it brought in £47 on the opening day.
That's like $80.
That's nothing.
But
no,
there's a movie with Katherine Heigl that brought in very little cash to the movie company called Sussex Road. She made it before she made Knocked Up.
It was before she was. No, wait, she was still popular from TV then.
Hey, she was in Under Siege too, man.
Oh,
okay. There's a good sequel. I will defend it to my death.
Maybe that can win an award for they should do a good sequel award as well. Why not?
Yeah, why don't bring in a genre called "Oh, we were wrong" award, and then you give the award to the movie that should have won. For example, hey, Goodfellas, here, take Dances with Wolves award. Raging Bull, take Ordinary People's award.
Yeah.
Hey, Brokeback Mountain, take Crash's award.
Yeah. Exactly. Now that's actually a good category. Like 5 years after you were nominated, you're eligible to be nominated again for the Sorry We Were Wrong award. That's great. I'm gonna push for this. No, but
I mean, they should. I mean, the only category that's a new category they should have is like the breakthrough performance. I think, even though I know that MTV has it, but for example, in District 9, Shelter Copley, wasn't that his first role?
yeah, technically it was his first feature length acting job.
I'm still wishing that the Academy will do an award category for best casting. It's insane that they don't have it.
The best
casting directors do an amazing job, and it's a lot of work that goes into casting. I've done it myself for short films, and it's a really extenuating, grueling process to figure out which actors go together.
Yeah, I've heard that as well recently. Jay Ballman from Red Letter Media. I don't know if you know about that channel. He talked about that it's an old commentary track now, but I recently listened to it. An old commentary track for one of their movies. He talked about the casting being like super important to make the movie like work. You have to find the right actors, not just good actors.
It is super important. I mean, if you want to see bad casting, just watch Max Payne.
Oh yeah.
That casting is so terrible that it actually makes the movie kind of good.
Well, that movie you can use that as a like a measuring tool for like if you want to see bad anything, look at Max Payne. That movie is terrible.
They cast Ludacris. In the game, he's a fat Italian detective.
Yeah, it's an old white guy with a mustache. Old fat white guy. But no, we're gonna have Ludacris do it.
Why haven't I seen this movie?
You know a thing that is ludicrous about that? That he actually was the best one in the movie.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't help the movie though. Oh my god. I was gonna say something about that. Yeah. Other categories that would like I would like to see implemented before they do most popular would probably be sort of like try and implement like best motion capture performance into some sort of acting category. I mean, it's been like the main talking point for a couple of years now because of the Planet of the Apes movies.
So you just want to give Andy Serkis an Oscar, right?
Yeah. Of course.
You just want to have the Andy Serkis category.
Planet movie.
What?
But Terry Notary is also a great motion capture actor that deserves more respect than he gets. I mean, his performance in what was it last year? It was a Swedish film, I believe.
The Square.
The Square, yeah. His performance in The Square was great. As a motion capture performance, but actually live.
Yeah, exactly. It was. We got to see like behind the scenes of how motion capture works. Yeah, it was great. And what's the other guy's name? He did I don't know, maybe that was Terry Notary, the guy that was Kong in the last in the Skull Island movie.
That was Terry Notary.
Oh, that was Terry Notary. Yeah, that was why.
There was a different actor for George who I actually thought was really good in Rampage. Like just the performance itself was really spectacular in Rampage motion capture.
Yeah. But then it becomes kind of weird again that they nominated a pretty bad movie, but there's this one good element in it. Because that movie was, it was entertaining, but it wasn't particularly good.
Right.
But hey, it was pretty popular, so maybe it could win an Oscar for most popular movies.
I know the most popular category that people want to be put into the Oscars is stunts, because I mean,
Yeah.
like Mad Max Fury Road should have won for stunts as well.
It should have won 10 stunt.
Do you know
stunt
what that
Yeah.
means?
awards?
That means that Tom Cruise could technically win an award.
Yeah.
He
Yes,
does
it
all
does.
his own
For
stunts,
sure.
man.
Nick Cage could also get a nomination because he does all the driving stunts in his films.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's that like, especially in action movies or genre movies like that, stunts is it's a big thing. It's
People
a
risk
big.
their lives.
Yeah, exactly. It should be something that should be like noted or lauded even. So yeah, stunts and performance capture.
They should get a participation award, at least for stunts.
Yeah, exactly.
And here are the nominees for Best Catering Service. It will come. Best Catering Service.
Well,
Some vegan sandwich place from Portland will win.
But I'm kind of with Christopher, to go back to the topic. I mean,
Yeah.
if there's some kind of form of, it's popular and well received, I mean, by everyone, and it's actually a good movie, then sure, have it. But if it's only based on box office, I mean, then Breaking Dawn Part 1 would win every day over Dark Knight.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was very popular.
Yeah.
To be honest, I actually watched that movie in a matinee, because it was the only movie they had.
Once again, we don't judge. We don't judge.
It was really hot that day. I wanted some AC.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do agree with that there should be some sort of like almost like a tournament style like bracket thing. Like sure, you made this much movie. Like they pick out, I don't know, 20 movies that made over 150 million, but then they gotta like work it down to, I don't know, like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Because isn't Transformers like really popular in China?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
that one wasn't.
No, yeah, that's right. The last one only made $900 million worldwide. So
Who is receiving the award? Is it the director or the producer?
The producer, probably.
yeah, it's got to be producer,
Yeah.
just as with best feature.
Yeah.
Or best motion picture, whatever it is. Or they should just bring up the entire cast and crew. Like, here you go, folks. Here's your participation award. Great, good work. Bye.
But another thing that will happen with the Academy Awards is that they're gonna take away an hour of it. And
Yeah.
I think that the music performances will be extremely minimized. Because, for example, in the last Academy Award, the Sufjan Stevens song was barely a minute. The whole performance of Mystery of Love was 1 minute, and the song is like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It was really sad.
Was it?
From my understanding, they were actually going to boost up the performances and minimize the awards.
Okay.
To
Make it
the
minimized.
Make it more of a show.
To make it more of a show, to make it more entertaining, and to pull in more viewers. They also hinted at the fact that they're going to be offering the Oscars online for the first time, because like it's always really hard to actually watch the Oscars live if you don't live in the States.
Yeah.
So I've heard that they're trying to branch out to the internet and do that for the first time, because like if I can watch sports live online, why can't I watch the Oscars?
Yeah, and that also has to be like part of this trying to bring in more people watching, because very few people watch TV in the conventional way anymore. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't had channels on my TV for the last 4 years. I don't watch them anymore.
I literally had to go out and buy an antenna to watch the Oscars one year.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes sense that they would stream it.
Yeah.
But then, and I was gonna get to that. I get the feeling, and sort of felt the same way, that it's losing kind of its it's sort of losing its prestige a little bit.
Yeah.
That going from TV, because it feels like kind of an old timey award. The whole thing with the red carpet and the big what's the theater where they show it? The Kodak? No,
Kodak Theater.
it is Kodak Theater, right? Yeah. It all feels kind of old timey. And then they're going to bring in like the popular movie, and they're going to start streaming it. I don't mind it, but I feel it might be some reluctance from like people involved in the academy and whoever votes and stuff like that. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Danny?
I don't really have much to say more than I have said. I just feels that the Oscar is really trying to. They really want that young audience. It's important. They are a very strong buying consumer group. So, and the Oscar has had difficulty with getting the younger audience. They have tried different aspects that really haven't worked.
No,
so
that's true.
They're gonna find some young and hot, cool host. So who knows where it's gonna be?
No.
Oh no, it didn't work. I still have a deep wish to have Louis C.K. because he would just be, here's some shitty categories. I just want Louis
C.K. got me too, so I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think so.
And it's sad.
I mean, what I think was the best host, I think, was Hugh Jackman. Because he was kind of classy and still funny.
Yeah.
What year was that? I don't.
His opening number was really funny because they said they didn't have much money for the Oscar, so he made like papier mache of all the movies that were nominated for Best Picture. It was kind of fun.
It was the year The Reader came out and Iron Man. So one of the lines in the opening song was, "The Reader, I didn't go see The Reader. I went to see Iron Man for a second time." And that was so relatable.
I think they're gonna put in some more skits as well between the award presentations, because I really loved it. I think it was the year maybe 2011, 2010, when Seth Rogen and James Franco, they play their characters from Pineapple Express. And they watch movies with Janusz Kaminski.
Yeah.
And they laugh their shit off when they watch The Reader.
Well, yeah,
I think one of my favorite skits is when Jon Stewart talked about how the cowboy films have always had queer subtext. And there was like this whole like montage of scenes that could be interpreted in different ways in westerns. So if they're going to try to make the show more entertaining, I would say that they should make more skits, but not do something like they did back in like, I think it was 2013, where they were talking about like films like North by Northwest in Chicago. Celebrate the films of the year. Celebrate the films of the year that you're celebrating, not like, way back when, because that's going to alienate younger audiences because they haven't seen those films. I mean, I still think that they should be recognized, but like, if you're going to do that, have it as a celebration for the Oscars in general. Wait until like that 100-year anniversary to do something like that.
Yeah,
that makes more sense. Actually.
Yeah. I mean, one big problem that I think the Oscars is having, or has had a few years now, like 10 years, it's like they're not. I think that's what they're trying to offset with this popularity thing. That no movies nominated for Best Picture is big pictures. It's not entertainment that anyone has seen. There's really small movies with not much PR, limited screenings, and they're interesting and it's good art, but it's not entertainment. It's nothing you go watch for fun of it. It's always like Oscar bait movies, and that's like all of them, and that's why I think younger people won't see it, because they look. I mean, I do that. I look. Oh, what movie should win this year? I know none of them. I have never heard of any of these movies.
Well, I think viewer habits have changed because, like, back in the 80s, a film like Kramer versus Kramer was making bank at the box office.
Yeah.
And audiences have changed. I blame a lot of that on superhero films because, instead of people, broadening their horizons, they're like, well, I want to go see the new Marvel movie. And that limits the amount of screenings that like other movies could get. Also, a lot of prestigious films are now moving to streaming services, and that can and even the Oscars themselves don't want to recognize films that don't get shown in theaters.
Yeah, that's a weird one as well. But I just wanted to mention that about how people's habits of watching movies have changed. I remember this was only in Sweden though, but I remember the Deer Hunter was actually like it was showing on like the biggest screens in Sweden back in 75, I think.
Yeah.
It was actually playing in theaters, like on the big screens, not just the small screens. Every week for 5 years, it was showing. I mean, and that is like the perfect mix of like a popular movie and a good movie, and that's what I like about the Oscars. It's not always the most popular movies, but it gives you a chance to find movies that you probably wouldn't have seen if they weren't nominated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that part because
if
usually if a movie is Oscar nominated and it's one of the most popular ones, I get more interested in the movie in some way.
Sure.
Yeah, to go out of my way to actually see it.
Yeah, and because I don't give that much credence to the awards anymore, but it's still if a movie is nominated for a lot of awards, I still take a look at it to see if it's something I would like. But then they should also, I mean, it shouldn't be a separate category. They should just try to incorporate more popular movies into the to the Best Motion Picture Award.
Yeah,
or category.
That's what I think too. That I think the judges, I don't know if you call them judges, but they should
jury members
they should be more open to more movies and not only the Oscar bait movies. That's because they don't think about the audience. They only think about what we've always done. And it's always the same. It's always the same people too. So there's no different tastes.
That's true.
I think there should also be a concerted effort to elevate movies that are actually pushing the medium forward, which is something that the Oscars never really feel like they're doing. I mean, you take a movie like Spotlight. Is Spotlight doing anything new? No, it's a conversation movie. We had that with All the President's Men. We've had that with, several films. It was sort of an Oscar bait movie. I thought it was decent, but like should have won Best Picture. No. But like you have films like Mad Max Fury Road and stuff like Whiplash that like really push the medium forward in many different ways, and I feel that more prestige should be put on those. The popular film category, I think, kind of spits in the face of that. I really feel that, although we all know the politics of the Oscars, that it should be a show that recognizes achievement and advancement. But it doesn't seem like they do.
No, exactly. They go for that's why they call Oscar bait movies. They go for the Oscar bait movies.
Yeah.
They don't acknowledge like quality in the craft as much as they should.
I mean, just the concept that there is a genre of movies called Oscar bait and they win the Oscar. I mean, come on.
It is a whole business, the whole for your consideration business.
Yeah.
Really, they put in money in it. But when I'm looking through the Best Picture winners for the last 10 years, there are some movies that made a lot of big bucks as well.
Sure, yeah, of course. There's always
For
going to be.
example, if I go through, let's take last year to begin with. Dunkirk and Get Out, for example, nominated for Best Picture. They made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dunkirk, because it's a popular director as well. I mean, speaking of Dark Knight earlier, we're talking about Christopher Nolan. For most people, he's one of the best directors.
Yeah.
These past 10 years or 15 years.
Yeah, if you're going to talk about popular movies,
brings in money. I'm looking through now, history-wise, and there's tons of money-making movies here.
Titanic is probably the most money a movie has received, and also received Best Picture.
Yeah, I think it's
no, Gone with the Wind takes the cake for everything, but yeah,
yeah, but wasn't it? No, I was thinking about because Titanic was like the biggest box office success adjusted for or not adjusted for inflation, right?
Yeah, adjusted for inflation is Gone with the Wind, far and away.
Didn't Infinity War pass that recently? Well, I guess it's a new movie. So you can't really adjust it. But...
No, it can't even touch Gone with the Wind. Like,
it's that much.
Nothing can touch Gone with the Wind as far as how much money that movie has accrued in theaters, adjusted for inflation.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I need to go.
Okay.
All right.
I need to end earlier. But
that's fine.
So,
see you.
We could talk later.
Yeah. Okay.
Next time we're gonna stream again.
Yeah. Say hi to your mother. Say hi to your mother from me.
We'll see.
Well, that's
spoilers. It's your mom too.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Gabba.
Ren, if you didn't notice, I'm like Tom Cruise and the other guy is like Rain Man.
Fuck you.
Bye. All right. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
But yeah, I was gonna mention. Now we lost Ren as well.
Ren too.
Ah, God damn it.
Okay.
Maybe he understood it as we were ending that podcast. Maybe.
I'll try to contact him through the internet. Let's see. But, what the fuck? So, but yeah, I was. I don't know who mentioned Titanic. It was Ren. He mentioned Titanic.
Yeah.
That is also like a perfect example of a popular movie and a good movie, because I see why it's popular, because it's a very approachable like love story and stuff like that. But it's also a very well made movie from a technical standpoint.
It had like no real competition neither that year. Yeah. Titanic was nominated toward As Good as It Gets. Really? The Full Monty. Really? Good Will Hunting. Really? LA Confidential.
Yeah,
probably the only one that could correct that. And I watch all these movies again, and Titanic, well, it's a good movie. But LA Confidential is the only one that still stands the test of time. The other ones, they were good for their time. Like the Full Monty, a movie I loved when it came out, it's not that good.
I mean,
today.
also
it's pretty okay.
What did you say?
He said it was pretty okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also with Titanic, I think the reason why it made so much money, and I think because it grabbed like every demographic. Like it didn't matter if you were old, young, female, male. There was everything for everyone in there. Like if you like history, if you like action, if you love like a love story, everything.
Great special effects. It had
good
cinematography. It was pretty good on a technical level.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the greatest movie ever, but I'd say it's one of the most appealing
approachable
movies
ever. Yeah, so approachable by everyone.
Yeah,
it's like,
and I think that's why it made so much money, and also why it won the Oscars.
Yeah. Just to paraphrase Red Letter Media again. Sorry for the fanboying, but they mentioned that in their review of it, that it aimed for average and it hit the middle. and so everyone could enjoy it. People who like film buffs and normies. That's why it's one of the most successful movies of all time, both in quantity and quality.
Yeah.
So and then so that's how they should implement. That's how they should implement more popular movies.
Yeah. That's why I have difficulties to really care about the Oscars, because if I want to see a movie get praised, then I think Palme d'Or is much more interesting.
Yeah, they've done a better job. I haven't been like,
but they change juries every year as well.
Sure,
it's not the same jury for every year.
Yeah, I think that's what the Oscar really needs. Not a new category, a new jury.
Yeah,
they need to like get with the times, basically.
Yeah.
There should be, because the jury it's for life, right? If you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They should put in like a 5-year or 10-year or something limit before they're changed out, because it created a genre of movies just for their taste, because everybody know what they like, the people that sit there.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem the Oscars have, and why people don't really care anymore.
There's tons of movies that I know that should have been appreciated by the jury, but got totally ignored.
No.
Like if we're looking through movie history, the genre-defining directors, the groundbreakers, the one that takes the art of cinema forward, never got the appreciation. Yeah, Kubrick got nominated, but not enough rewarded. Hitchcock, and then we could leave the States to talk about all the foreign directors: Truffaut, Godard, Clouseau, Fellini.
Yeah, but that's probably more that not to shit on Americans, but like those subtitled movies. We'll just give them their own.
No, I would think it more go back to the origin of the Oscars. I mean, the origin of the Oscars is to stop the American actors to unionize. So I mean, that's why they created it.
That could make sense.
So I mean, they're just keeping the tradition alive to only care about the American actors, or industry people. Well, and what was it? Oh, right. I was gonna say, but wouldn't that be amazing though, to know that there's a genre that people making movies specifically to your taste. You have an entire genre that's your taste. Isn't that kind of amazing though? Imagine if you had that.
Oh, I would love it. Yeah. Well, it's very flattering. I understand why they picked those movies.
Yeah, I
mean, but they should be more. They should be more objective about it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, imagine that every year there's like 20 movies that dedicated to your taste specifically. I know Tobbe would like this. Let's create movies for him. So I mean, it would be amazing to be in the jury, but.
Oh yeah. But and that's always like how I envision I would change it. Like change it from the inside. Like actually get in there and like, just whenever they mention the new Meryl Streep movie, just shut the fuck up. Pick another one.
Have you seen the latest Fast and the Furious? It's amazing.
Exactly. It's amazing. They drive so fast. They're so furious.
It's almost too fast and too furious.
Yeah, well, they did that too. So
I don't know.
No. I would never. Well, I shouldn't say never. It could be nominated definitely for like best stunts or something. But yeah, I would never nominate for best movie. It's not that kind of a movie.
No.
It's not Oscar baity enough.
Is Ren coming back? Did you get a hold of him?
It was weird. I'm talking to him on Twitter. He got kicked out and he can't join again. So I sent him another link.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure it's working. We'll see.
Gabba took him down.
Yes. God damn it. Everyone's leaving, or at least Ren. But oh wait, no. Just to not wrap it up, but to enter the last phase of the conversation. Let's say, well, it's going to happen, not if they're going to do it. When they do this, like go back like maybe like 5 years. What are some of the movies you would have nominated for most popular movie? We could start with Christopher, just off the top of your head.
I don't know. So probably a Marvel movie. I don't know. Probably. I mean, they are popular, and there are a few of them that's great. So I mean, Winter Soldier. I mean, I would take that one.
Oh, well, yeah. If we're just gonna go, trying to balance popularity with quality, that's probably the only one I would nominate. It feels like a real movie, sort of.
As you know, I don't watch that many new movies. I only rewatched old ones. So,
yeah. Well, that's why you need to watch the Oscars so you can broaden your horizons.
Well, I tried, but they're so boring movies.
No.
They're all boring. Yeah, Donnie, take it over.
I can't come up with a blockbuster movie that made a lot of bank, but as well would get awarded for this category. I don't know. I have to go back in time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like The Kingsman. I think would earn a nomination at least.
Yeah, it did a lot of.
It did a lot of got a lot of money and was very entertaining. I really liked that movie.
Yeah.
Same with Cloverfield Lane, I think.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Edge, but Edge borrowed and realized it didn't make that much bank.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you see, and that's like that. Then it becomes a problem again. That movie was a typical genre movie.
Yeah.
But it did a lot of like interesting things with its genre. It was inventive.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people watched it, so it wouldn't have been nominated either way. So once again, this new category is a problem.
I have one movie that I would put in that category. I would put in The Shape of Water in that category instead.
Sure. Yeah, it made a lot of money.
Yeah,
it made a lot of money. Best Picture.
Yeah.
Quick update though. Technical difficulties for Ren. He keeps getting kicked out. So he just wanted to say it was great talking. Hope to do this another one of these another time. So yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you for joining us for a while, Ren. We'll see you in another episode.
Thanks.
But yeah. Like movies. I don't really know. Like, I don't really like that many popular movies in the same way.
Star Wars. Come on, Star Wars would have getting the award for real if that award would have existed in the 70s. Star Wars would definitely.
Yeah, it would have.
But it was nominated for Best Picture as well.
Exactly, and it.
But it should. But I think it should.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
And I think E.T. would have fallen into that award as well.
Oh.
And so Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh.
But there is one movie I would have nominated in that genre from the 80s that actually did bank.
Oh?
Because it was PG-13. I'm talking about my favorite PG-13 movie, Gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
Gremlins is a flippin' masterpiece.
Yeah. I mean, I was just looking through the latest movies I've seen. Didn't Baby Driver made a lot of money? A lot of money?
Pretty okay.
Yeah, it made enough to be nominated for most popular.
Yeah, and also it deserves it, I think.
Yeah, Baby Driver was good.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Edgar Wright can't do nothing wrong.
But as Ren said before, did it push the envelope? Did it actually do anything?
I wouldn't say like push the envelope, but it did. It excelled at like being an action movie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because every movie can't push the envelope. That's impossible. No. But it was a very, very well made action movie. So yeah, I would definitely have nominated it. I would I would even have nominated for Best Director, like the proper Best Director nomination or category.
A category that's always a category that I have difficulties with. Best Director. I think it's because I still haven't forgiven the Academy for nominating Stanley Kubrick enough, or Christopher Nolan for Inception. It still pisses me off.
Yeah, or if we're just talking directing,
or David Fincher for Fight Club.
Wasn't Inception nominated?
No,
Inception was nominated for like
movie.
9.
Oh,
it was nominated in 9 categories, but didn't get direction.
No, all the technical ones.
Did Argo?
And yeah, that's super weird. Because that's such a well directed movie. Ren is in the chat now, and he said he would have nominated the newer Planet of the Apes movies for most popular. The 3 new ones, the Dawn, Rise, Dawn, and War.
Especially the last one. I thought the last one was amazing.
Especially the last one.
I would say the first one. I didn't see the last one, but I saw the first and second one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you should watch the last one.
Really? Because I didn't like the second one, so I just stopped watching.
No. Tobias, or Ren for that matter. Do you know if there's a good Blu-ray box of the new Planet of the Apes movies available?
Of the new ones?
Because I want to get a box with all 3. They probably have it in the States.
Yeah, probably. It's I have the one I have is all the old ones plus the first first new one. I know they did one when Dawn came out. I'm not sure if there's one with all 3 in it.
So good movies.
But yeah. Wait, Ren is saying here there is a box of the new ones. And it's in 4K if you want to. So there is. Just look it up. It's available.
I'm afraid to get into the 4K business. I'm probably gonna get into the 4K when there's a 2001: A Space Odyssey available. Oh, there probably is.
Oh, yeah. And they're probably gonna release They're
gonna show the 4K, the IMAX one probably in November. I called SF and asked if they're gonna probably do it.
And they said yes, Donnie.
That'd be like the 3rd year in a row that I go see that movie at the cinema.
Yeah, that's a movie that should have won more Oscars.
Speaking of cinema, has any one of you been at the? Where Tobias probably? Have you been to Capitol, the new cinema?
No, I haven't yet. We talked about that in the last stream. I haven't.
Yeah, I was gonna go and see Alien, but I had nobody to go with.
Yeah. Well, getting back to the topic at hand, I don't really have any more movies I would nominate because most of the really like the popular movies that I would have wanted nominated have been nominated.
I found one more, but I don't know if it made enough movies. Enough money. Why do I keep saying movies? It Follows.
Ooh,
because I think that movie deserves. I would give it an Oscar because I think it's an important movie for the horror genre, especially in this day and age.
In some aspects, yes. I'm not like personally a fan of it, but I do see your point.
Yeah.
It should definitely be nominated for photography and like music.
Yeah.
Because it was really well made.
Because that's a movie that I really think pushed the envelope for horrors. Really set the bar higher than it had been for years.
Yeah, I agree. And well, yeah, sure. Talking about horror movies, then, fucking The Witch.
All right.
The Witch.
Still haven't seen it, but I know it's great.
Yeah, you need to watch.
I want to see it. So.
Oh yeah, well that one, I don't. Oh yeah, well Ren just mentioned here in the chat about It Follows, and I'm on his side. I'm frustrated that It Follows didn't follow its own film logic. Like the internal logic of the monster doesn't always. There's a lot of like plot holes in the logic of the monster or it. That's the biggest problem with it. But on a technical level, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think I was so distracted by how good it looked that I didn't really didn't think about those things like the plot.
No, yeah, I agree. But I was going to mention another horror movie I recently saw. Oh yeah, duh! But it could still be nominated though because it came out this year. Hereditary. I don't know. Have any of you seen it?
I haven't seen. I want to go and see it.
Oh,
it's so on my to watch list.
It was so good.
Yeah, I've been warned that I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
Somebody said it's better than The Shining, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna believe you on that. But I will go and see it. Speaking about new movies, have any one of you seen the trailer to the new Damien Chazelle movie?
First Man?
Oh yeah.
But I know how it ends.
Yeah.
I know how it ends.
Have you seen or the trailer to the new Barry Jenkins movie? Like, this year looks to be interesting with new movies coming out. And there's a Swedish movie that I want to see, which is called, it's called, if I translate, the Uppsala kidnapping, which is a true story about, one medical student that kidnaps another person and it totally goes wrong. It seems really interesting.
But there's already been one good Swedish movie this year, so there won't be another. Sorry.
I think sorry.
I'm kidding. But yeah, if there's like one popular movie from this year that I hope gets nominated, not in the popular category, but in the real category, it would be Hereditary. And Ren mentioned here. Well, you haven't seen it. I shouldn't say it. Don't look at the chat.
I won't look.
Don't look at the chat.
I won't.
I can't see it from here.
Oh, good. But yeah, that's like if they implement this popular. If I keep saying if they've already done it. I don't know, like a popular movie from this year. It's gonna be Black Panther. We know that. Yeah. That's what everyone's talking about. If I had to nominate a popular movie from this year, I would probably say, I don't know, from this year. What popular movies have you seen this year?
I would take Infinity War because there was so much emotions on it.
I didn't want to say Infinity War, but that's probably true.
Yeah.
It's well, it is definitely one of the better Avengers Marvel movies. So I don't know. Then I know a lot of people talked about A Quiet Place being nominated when I was doing a little bit of research. I wasn't that fond of that movie.
It was good.
It was good. It was good, but
it had an interesting idea that I think wasn't fully developed.
Yes, exactly.
I was annoyed by a lot of plot points.
50 Shades Freed.
What?
Isn't that
more like 50 Shades?
I think that would be nominated if it's like a popular thingy.
I hope not, but yeah, that's probably true.
No, I don't want it to, but I think it will be. I'm just speculating what will be, what I want to.
Ren is saying in the chat that he would pick A Quiet Place for his popular film award. Well, yeah, and that's we shouldn't be that elitist, or I shouldn't be that elitist, but like, yeah, that's the danger of a popularity award. Movies like 50 Shades Freed could win, and we can't have that. Fuck that.
No, because
I do have a lot of hope for. I haven't seen it, but it got glowing reviews. 8th Grade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I really want to see that one. Yeah.
I think.
Does it have a date for when it's coming out in Sweden?
Oh, no idea.
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna show here. And that's one that I really want to see.
Into SF.
And that looks like a movie that could win an Oscar or be nominated for an Oscar, I would say.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I guess it's his first movie, so we can't really tell. But Bo Burnham is a very, very, very talented person, so I'm pretty sure he made a good movie.
Oh right, again, what I think, not what I want, but Ready Player One, I think will be nominated.
It wasn't that popular though.
It
didn't make
it
didn't make that much money.
I thought it was going to bring in a lot of cash.
Yeah,
I thought so too. Because it's Steven Spielberg movie. But, yeah, he's not. He's done too many dramas recently. Like the kids don't care about Steven Spielberg anymore, and that sucks. Because that movie, I would say it was entertaining in spite of all the pop culture references. Because I usually don't like those things, but I think the movie sort of worked, even in spite of those references. But I
think the movie worked as a popcorn movie, but it's not. There's no art in it. I would say more than it's great special effects. Like the special effects guys are artists, but that's it.
Oh sure, yeah, but
I mean
that's about it. Though. No, that is like a clear-cut example of what won't be nominated because it wasn't super popular, and on the artsy side of it, it was just fine.
Oh yeah, that's true. I really thought it was popular. I don't ever look at these numbers and stuff how movies go, so I have no idea. That's
all I do when I'm at work.
Okay.
Like for the last like 5 not 5 months but like 3 or 4 months, been looking at the box office numbers for Solo because it's so much fun. Just yeah, that's my new thing because it was the same thing with the Mission Impossible Fallout. I wasn't super fond of it, but everyone was giving it glowing reviews.
Yeah,
and like, oh, this is gonna be the biggest movie of the year. I'm gonna watch it 5 times. So I've been like keeping a close eye on the box office numbers for that as well. And it's not actually doing. I mean, it's not doing bad, but it's like second to last if you judge it by all the other Mission Impossible movies. So.
I really don't get why Mission Impossible became a franchise. It's such a weird movie to base a franchise on.
Well, it's like James Bond. It's just another mission.
But it's not though. I mean, the first movie was very specific that like they were like backstabbed, that there was intrigue in that. It wasn't another mission.
No,
first movie it was.
But all the other movies have been just another mission. They sort of
but I mean,
built the franchise after the first one.
Yeah, but I mean, why did someone pick up the first movie and say, "Let's make a franchise out of this"?
Because it made money.
Yeah, the first Mission Impossible movie made huge money.
Yeah,
that was a year when there was so much money-making movies. You had Twister by Jan de Bont. You had Mission Impossible and Independence Day.
Yeah.
So much money-making movies that year.
It was 90. That was 96. I've heard someone like saying that 96 was like the worst year for movies ever. Well, I guess in terms of quality, but maybe not money.
Yeah.
But that's why those are popular, because it started out as like it was one good movie. They wanted to make more money off of it. But they kind of honed their craft, because the second one is terrible, I think. The third one is pretty good, and then they've just been consistently getting better. The fourth one was great. The fifth one was even better, I think. It's just now that the sixth one was not. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I would not nominate that for an Oscar.
I really dislike Tom Cruise, so I refuse to watch them.
Then it's kind of hard to watch those. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a whole franchise about look how awesome Tom Cruise is, and like
Tom Cruise
and everything awesome. Around it is like he made his own stunts, he did this, he did it, he's a crazy person. In the next movie, he probably die. Watch it now, yay!
He did break his foot in this one, so He's getting there.
Cool.
In the next one, he's gonna die because he's getting old. So yeah,
wow,
it's gonna happen. But yeah, I think. Anyone have any other movie they want to nominate for most popular? No, me neither.
No.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. Like just to end it. My personal opinion, I don't think it's a good thing to implement a popular movie category. Just try to incorporate more popular movies into the best feature film category. That's what I would say. What would you say, Christopher?
I would say it could be a good thing, but I mean, the Academy Awards is shits to begin with, so
sure. Well, sure.
I don't really care. But I mean, it could be good, I guess.
Yeah, if they do it the right way, I suppose. What is your final opinion, Danny?
My final opinion is, yeah, I'm always gonna be a flippin' elitist crying about everything.
Yeah, that's me too.
I'm trying not to. Gonna be with the Oscars till the day they give some praise to Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, I would also say that they should do the "Sorry We Were Wrong" award, and then they should nominate 300.
That would be the best.
So they should nominate 300 for everything. So, bye.
Bye.
Oh well, that is that's gonna have to be the show. Thank you.
So when are we doing a new live stream then?
Well, we took a little bit of break, so I would say this is like the unofficial new season. I would say it's season 3 because I know I said like twice last year that we started season 2, so this is season 3. So
it's like a Twin Peaks thing. You don't know if it's season 2 or not.
No, it could be season 5 like next year, and then season 7, and then we go back to season 2. I don't know.
You're HBOing it.
Yes. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna do this every week again. So we're gonna try to be back every week, and everyone who was here is always invited. But if you can't be here, that's cool too. Yeah. We'll make it work. But that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone who actually watched. We had some viewers this time. That's a new thing. Some people in the chat. So thank you for hanging out in chat. We have Brett Hardy here.
That is sexy.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. So hopefully you'll come back for next week, because we're gonna make one. I promise, we're gonna make. But until then, have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.